If you think AI is coming for your job, you are only half right. It's coming for some jobs, but it's about to create more high-paying tech jobs than we have ever seen in the last 20 years combined. And almost nobody is talking about which ones. I recently sat down with many groups of people who sit at the center of the AI economy, people whose companies literally builds the infrastructure powering today's biggest AI systems, and what they told me changed how I think about my own career. And honestly, it should change how you think about yours too. Because the jobs everyone's scared of losing aren't the ones you should be worried about. There are three completely new categories of tech jobs forming right now, and by the time most people notice them, the early movers will already have the advantage. Let's get into them. Here's the first thing almost nobody realizes: for AI to actually work at scale, someone has to build the physical world underneath it. Every AI model you use, every chatbot, every tool, it all runs on data centers, and those data centers have to be built somewhere. That means land, power, cooling, wiring, physical infrastructure, a scale we haven't seen since the highway systems were built a century ago. Back then, someone had to build the roads before cars could go anywhere. Right now, we are building the roads for AI, and that means an entire wave of jobs around power systems, compute, infrastructure, and data center engineering that simply did not exist 5 years ago. If you are into IT support, networking, system work, cybersecurity, this is worth paying close attention to, because this field is going to need people badly, and it's growing globally, not just in one country or one city. The second job category is one you have probably never thought of as a tech job at all: AI consulting. Not the generic kind, the specialized kind. Big consulting firms used to make their money doing research, writing reports, and slowly implementing changes for large companies. A lot of that traditional research work can now be done by AI in fraction of the time. So the real value shifts to people who understand a specific industry, banking, manufacturing, healthcare, whatever it is, and who also understand how to actually apply AI tools to solve that industry's real problems. That combination, deep industry knowledge plus AI fluency, is becoming incredibly valuable. And it is a much easier path into high-paying work than people realize. You don't need 10 years of experience to get there anymore. You need curiosity and the willingness to actually use these tools. Quick pause, because this next part matters if you are serious about actually building career here and not just watching from the sidelines. If any of this is resonating with you, hit subscribe right now, because I break down exactly how to position yourself for these emerging roles in upcoming videos, and you don't want to miss where it is heading next. Now here's the third category, and this one is my favorite because it is the most future-facing: robotics. Not in a sci-fi far off away, in a next 10 to 15 years. This is genuinely going to be everywhere. Think factory robots, safety robots, service robots, humanoid robots doing repetitive physical work. Someone has to build the software running in their decision making. Someone has to design specialized chips. Someone has to engineer the motors and the safety systems that make them reliable enough to actually deploy at scale. This is a brand new industry forming in real time. And just like the early internet or early smartphones, the people who get in now while it's still being figured out are the ones who end up leading in 10 years. So here is the question. I know a lot of you are actually asking, is it worth learning to code anymore if AI can write code for you? And honestly, the answer is yes, but not for the reasons you think. AI doesn't know what problem needs solving. It doesn't understand your users, your business, your goals. It is a tool, an incredible, powerful one, but a tool needs direction. Think of it like a car. The car doesn't decide where you are going, you do. AI is the same. It executes, you decide. The engineers who thrive here aren't the ones who can outcode AI. They are the ones who know exactly what to ask for and why. That skill, framing the right problem, is becoming more valuable than raw syntax knowledge ever was. And if you're worried that AI just means fewer jobs overall, here's a way to think about it that actually helped me. A long time ago, an entire industry existed around horse-drawn carriages. Then cars showed up, that industry didn't just shrink, it basically disappeared. But the people who moved early into the car industry, the mechanics, the engineers, the road builders, they didn't lose out. They ended up building the next 100 years of opportunity. The jobs didn't vanish, they moved. And if you are early in your career right now, you have zero baggage holding you back from moving with them. You are not stuck defending an old way of doing things. You get to start exactly where the opportunity is going, not where it has been. If you are currently in IT support, cybersecurity, network engineering, or you are just starting out and wondering whether you picked the wrong field, I want you to hear this clearly. You didn't. The skills underneath all three of these emerging categories, systems thinking, security awareness, understanding infrastructure, they are the same foundational skills they are already building, or you are already building. AI isn't replacing that foundation, it's building an entire new economy on top of it. One more thing. The people who win the next 5 years aren't the ones with the most experience, they are the ones who stay curious. Keep experimenting with these tools and pay attention to where the industry is actually moving instead of where it used to be. That's it. That's the whole advantage. You don't need permissions and you don't need 20 years in the field. You need to start now. If this gave you a new way to think about where your career could go, subscribe because I am covering exactly how to break into these emerging roles step by step in the videos coming next. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.